Good morning students. I welcome you all to the Semstar online learning. This is Muskan Purbar and today I am back with the last chapter, that is chapter 5, subtraction. Students, as we all know that 5 chapters are coming in assessment 1. Yes, let's recall all the chapters. Chapter 1, looking back. Second is numbers up to 1000. Third chapter, even and odd numbers. Fourth chapter, addition, and a last chapter, that is subtraction. So students, we have already completed revision of 4 chapters and now today we are stepping into our 5th chapter and the last chapter, that is subtraction. Okay, let's start with the last and the 5th chapter, that is subtraction. Chapter 5, subtraction. Before beginning with the video, please take out your maths book, open page number 61 and chapter 5, subtraction. Okay, now students, what do you mean by subtraction? Subtraction means simply taking away one number from another, that is subtraction. Okay, let's have some example. Example 58 minus 40 is equal to dash. Now students, what is the sign of subtraction? This is a sign of subtraction which is known as minus. Yes. Now students, in number this, let's solve it. 8 minus 0 is equal to 8 and 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. Yes. Here the number 58 will be called as minuend. This sign is minus. This number is subtrahend. What it is known as? Subtrahend, and the answer which we will get is difference. It will be called as difference. Okay, these are the 4 terms of subtraction: minuend, minus, subtrahend and difference. Now let's discuss one by one. Now, students, what is minuend? Minuend means the number from which the smaller number is subtracted. That is known as minuend. For example, in this number 58 minus 40 is equal to 18. Here, the smaller number 40 is subtracted from the given number 58. Yes, so this 58 is minuend, means the number from which the smaller number is subtracted, that is known as minuend. Okay, now this sign is known as minus. Okay, minus means we have to do subtraction. Okay, minus denotes subtraction. Clear? Now the number which we are subtracting is known as subtrahend. Okay, the number which we are subtracting from minuend is known as subtrahend. Clear? Now and the answer, the result which we get after subtracting these two numbers is called difference. What is called as difference? Like students, in addition we call them addends, plus and sum. Yes, in the same way in subtraction we call minuend, minus, subtrahend and difference. Okay, this much is clear. Now students, let's come to another topic, that is properties of subtraction. Okay, now what are the properties of subtraction? There are 3 properties which we will learn up to this level. Okay, so let's start discussing one by one. First property is zero property. What is zero property? Whenever we subtract any number from 0, then the difference, the answer which we will get will be the number itself. Okay, let's have one example. Example 18 minus 0 is equal to dash. Now tell me, if we subtract 18 from 0, then the answer will be the number itself, means the answer will be 18. Let's learn with an example. Now students, if I gave you 100 rupees. Okay, and I told you don't give a single coin to your friend. Okay, now how much money is left with you? Can you tell me? Because you haven't gave a single coin to your friend. Yes, so you have the money you were having earlier, that was 100. Yes, so this is about zero property. Let's take one more example. If I give you a number 258 minus 0 is equal to dash. So students, what will be the answer? The answer will be the number itself. Why? Because whenever we subtract any number from 0, answer is the difference is the number itself. That will be 258. I hope the first property is clear to you all. Now let's come to another property, that is whenever we subtract any number from the number itself, the difference which we will get will be 0. Clear? What I am saying is, when we subtract a number from itself, the difference is 0. It means if I take a number 99 minus 99, then the answer will be 0. Yes. How? Let's have one example. I have 70 books and my sister asked me to give some books to her, but I haven't given any book to her. So how many books are left with me? Same. Yes, that was 70. Why? Because I haven't given any book to her. That's why the number will be the number itself. Yes, like this, whenever we subtract any number from the number itself, then the answer will be 0. Means when minuend and subtrahend are same, then the difference which we will get will be 0. Okay, clear? Now let's come to third property. So our third property is, in subtraction, the number in which the numbers are subtracted is important. Means students, did you remember I have told you in addition that in order property that if the order changes, then the sum will not change. Yes, but the thing is not same in subtraction, because if the orders will change, then the number, the answer, that is difference, will also change, will not be same, will not be equal to each other. Clear? Let's take some example. If I give you a number 50 minus 10 and 10 minus 50. Now can you tell me that the difference of 50 minus 10 and 10 minus 50 can be same? No, it is not possible. Yes, if we will subtract 50 minus 10, the difference will be 40. And if we will subtract 10 minus 50, then the difference will not be 40. Yes, the answer will not be same. Yes, so students, in subtraction, the order in which the numbers are subtracted is important. Means it is very important to see, to look that the orders are correct or not. Yes, clear? Now let's come to subtracting 3-digit numbers without borrowing. Okay. In subtraction we do borrowing, but in addition we can take carryover. Yes, we take carryover, and in borrowing we give number to another number. Clear? Got it? What is the difference between carryover and borrowing? In carryover we take number. Okay, but in subtraction, in borrowing, we give number to another number so that it can be subtracted from the given number. Clear? Now let's have some example. Now here we have to do without borrowing. Means simple subtraction but of 3 digits. Clear? Let's have some example. 5, 8, 2 minus 4, 4, 1. Okay. So what we will do first? You know very well that our first step is to arrange the numbers under the column of hundreds, tens and ones. So we will write hundred, tens, ones. What is our first number? That is minuend. That is 582, where 2 will be placed at the ones column, 8 will be placed at the tens column, and 5 will be placed at the hundreds column. Clear? Now we will put subtraction sign, that is minus. Then let's come to subtrahend, that is second number, where the number 1 will be placed under the column of ones, 4 will be placed under the column of tens, and another 4 will be placed under the column of hundreds. Now let's subtract and find out the difference. 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. So students, what we got as answer? 141. We can say that the difference of 582 and 441 is 141. Clear? Now let's take one more example. 8 minus 6, 7, 4. Okay, so what we will do, our first step is to arrange the numbers under the column of hundreds, tens and ones. So our first number, that is minuend, is 888. So this 8 will be placed at the ones column, another 8 will be placed at the tens column, and the last 8 will be placed at the hundreds column. Now we will put subtraction sign, that is minus. Now let's come to another number, that is subtrahend, where the number 4 will be placed at the ones column, 7 will be placed at the tens column, and 6 will be placed at the hundreds column. Clear? Now let's find out the difference. 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. Now let's come to tens column. 8 minus 7 is equal to 1. Now we will come to hundreds column. 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. What we got as a difference? 214. Clear? I hope this much is clear to you all. Now students, open page number 63, self-practice 5A. Open this exercise. Now see, 3-digit subtraction is given over here. That is without borrowing. Okay, so you can do this very easily as we have already done 2. Yes, so you can do this. So you have to do this exercise yourself. And please remember without any mistake. Okay, do it very carefully. Now students, let's come to our next topic, that is subtracting 3-digit numbers with borrowing. With borrowing means we have to take number from the next column. Yes, now if I told you that please bring 10 markers here, but if you don't have 10 markers, then what you will do? You will borrow from someone and recollect it and then bring it to me. Yes, for example, if you don't have pencil to write, so what you will do? You will take borrow from someone else. Yes, you will ask that anyone is having extra pencil. Yes, if someone will have, then that person will give to you. Means you have borrowed one pencil from the another person, another child. Yes, so numbers also have same story. Okay, numbers also, if they do not have capacity to subtract, then what they will do? They will borrow some numbers from the next column. Clear? Let's have a look. Now students, example, if I gave you a number 8, 4, 2 minus 7, 2, 8. Clear? Now what we will do, our first step will be same, that is arranging numbers under the column of 100, tens and ones. Okay, so first we will write minuend here, that is 842, where 2 will be placed under the column of ones, 4 will be placed under the column of tens, and 8 will be placed under the column of hundreds. Clear? Now let's come to subtrahend, where 8 will be placed under the column of ones, 2 will be placed under the column of tens, and 7 will be placed under the column of hundreds. Clear? Now first we will subtract ones column. Yes, as we do always. Okay, so 2 minus 8. Now see, now 2 doesn't have this much capacity to subtract 8. Yes, 8 can be subtracted from 2. Is it possible? No. Why? Because 2 is a smaller number and 8 is a bigger number. We cannot subtract. Yes. So what we will do? We will take borrow from the next column, that is tens, from the digit 4. Okay. So what we will do? We will take borrow from the number 4. How we will take borrow? Now students, this number 4, if we will give a number to 2, then it will become 12. Yes. Now 8 can be easily subtracted from 12. Yes. So let's see how. If we will cut 4 and here, if we will subtract 1 from 4, then it will become 3. So we will write 3 under the column of tens. Now 1 we will give to 2. So now students, many of you will think, why? If we will add 2 and 1, then the answer will be 3. But students, we are adding 1 10 here. Yes, we are not adding 1 ones. We are taking 1 borrow from tens column. Yes, so it will become tens. Yes, so 2 will become 12. Clear? Now tell me, 8 can be subtracted from 12? Yes. Why? Because 12 is a bigger number and 8 is a smaller number. So it can be subtracted. Yes. So 12 minus 8 is equal to 4. So we will write 4. Now let's come to tens column. 3 minus 2. Now see, we can easily subtract 2 from 3. Yes, because 3 is a bigger number. So 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Now let's come to hundreds column. That is 8 minus 7 is equal to 1. So students, what we got as our answer? 114. Clear? I hope this much is clear to you all. Let's take another example. 973 minus 598. So what we will do first? First we will arrange these numbers under the column of hundreds, tens and ones. Let's arrange. First number 973 minus second number, that is subtrahend 598. Let's subtract. Now students, see, first what we will do first? We will subtract the ones column. Yes. So 3 minus 8. Now tell me, can you subtract 8 from 3? No, is it not possible? Why? Because 3 is a smaller number. We cannot subtract bigger number from smaller number. Yes. So what we will do? We will knock the tens door and we will ask for 1 borrow. 1 10 borrow. Yes. So what we will do? We will take 1 borrow from 7. Okay. So if we will take 110 from 7, it will become 6. And we will give 110 to 3 and it will become 13. Clear? Now we can subtract 8 from 13. Yes, let's subtract. 13 minus 8 is equal to 5. So we will write here 5. Now let's come to tens column. Now see, 6 minus 9. Again the same problem. Now can we subtract 9 from 6? No. Why? Because again 6 is a smaller number. It cannot be subtracted from 9. Yes. So what we will do? Again we will knock the hundreds door and will take borrow from hundreds column. Okay. So what we will do? This 9 will become 8 and we will give 110 to number 6 and this 6 will become 16. Clear? The 6 will become 16. Now we can subtract 9 from 16. Yes, now it can be easily subtracted. So how we can subtract 16 minus 9? Let's subtract 16 minus 9 and tell me what will be the answer? The answer will be 7. Yes, so we will write 7 over here. Got it? Now let's come to hundreds column. 8 minus 5. Now 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. Yes, so we will write 3 over here. What we got as a difference? 375. Is it clear? See students, it is little complex. But if you will practice now, then it will be much easier for you to find the difference. Okay, that's why I'm saying keep practicing these sums, as practice makes a man perfect. Yes, so keep practicing, you will be able to do these sums easily. Clear? Now look at the exercise given on page number 67, self-practice 5b. Now students, here subtraction sums are given over here and you have to do this with borrowing. Okay, so please don't be confused, don't worry, you can do it very easily, but you have to practice for that. Yes, so let's take one example of this also. Okay, let's see. First one, that is HTO 304 75 minus dash. Now students, while writing the sum like this, please keep one thing in your mind, that after writing hundreds, tens and ones, please leave one block. Okay, otherwise it will look like a mess. Okay, so please leave one block so that you can write carry over here. Your work will look neat. Yes, so leave one block. Now let's come to question. What we will do first, we will subtract the ones column. Okay, now 4 minus 5 is equal to, can we subtract 5 from 4? Again the same problem, we cannot subtract. Yes, so what we will do, we will knock the tens door. Now see, in tens there is a number 0. Now what we will do, we cannot take a single number from 0. Yes, as 0 means absence of something, we cannot take a single number. So what we will do, then we will come to next door, that is next column, hundreds. Now we will take borrow from 100. How we will take? Now tens will take borrow from 100 and ones will take borrow from tens. Okay, let's see how. Now students, hundreds will give borrow to tens. So 3 will become 2 and this 0 will become 10. Yes, now if we will give 1 borrow to ones, then 10 will become 9 and this 4 will become 14. Clear? Solved. Now see, now what we will do? Now we can subtract 5 from 14 very easily. Yes, let's subtract 14 minus 5 is equal to 7. Yes, so we will write 7 over here. Now let's come to tens column. 9 minus 7, this also can be easily subtracted. 9 minus 7 is equal to 2. So we will write 2. Let's come to hundreds column. 2, now no number is given over here. Yes, there is no hundreds digit in the subtrahend, that is 75. So what we will do, we will copy the same number over here. Okay, that what we got as a difference, 227. Clear? Now let's come to next page number, that is page number 68. Now see here, quick assessment is given over here. Okay, now here also you have to subtract 3-digit numbers with borrowing. Okay, so let's take one example from here also. Page number 68. First one, see, 235 minus 186. Now we have to subtract 235 and 186. So first we will write under the columns of 100, tens and ones. Let's write 235 minus 186. Now let's subtract 5 minus 6. Again we will take borrow from the tens column, that is from 3. Yes, so we will take 1 from 3, then 3 will become 2 and 5 will become 50. 15. Now 15 minus 6. Now we can easily subtract. Yes. So 15 minus 6 is equal to 9. Now let's come to tens column. 2 minus 8. Again we cannot subtract 8 from 2. Yes. So again we will take borrow from hundreds column. That is from 2. So this 2 will become 1 and this 2 will become 12. Clear? Now 12 minus 8. Now we can easily subtract 12 minus 8. 12 minus 8 is equal to 4. So we will write 4 over here. Now let's come to hundreds column. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Now students, can you see which property we are following here? Second one, that was whenever we subtract a number from itself, then the answer will be 0. Yes. Okay. Now students, see here one more option is given over here, that is check. Check means to verify your own answer, that is correct or wrong. So let's see how to verify your answer. Now see, we will check here. How we will check here? So students, see, whenever you want to check your answer, so what you can do is add subtrahend and difference. If the answer is same as minuend, then it means your answer, your sum is correct. Let's see how. Let's write subtrahend here. HTO. Subtrahend is 186. Yes, 186. Now we have to add. For check we have to do addition. Okay. Now plus our difference is 49. So we will write 49. Now let's check. 6 plus 9 is equal to 15. Yes. So we will write 5 over here and 1 will be carried over to the tens column. Now let's add 8 plus 4 is equal to 12 and 12 plus 1 is equal to 13. So we will write 3 over here and we will give 1 carry over to the hundreds column. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Now see, is your difference and minuend are same? Yes. What we got is a difference 235 and what was the minuend? 235. It means 35. It means that the answer, the question which you have done is correct. Got it? Now you will not face any problem while verifying your answer. Is it correct or wrong? I hope so. Okay. Now see, 3 more questions are given over here like this only. In the same method you have to do. Okay. I hope this much is clear to you all. Now students, I am ending up this video. With subtracting 3-digit numbers with borrowing. Now tomorrow we will learn about problem based sums and will solve chapter test and mental maths. Clear? I hope this much is clear to you all. Children, keep practicing, then only you will be perfect in solving sums. Okay, so keep practicing and keep learning. Stay at home and thank you.